Hello. How's everybody?
Good evening, y'all. How's you doing? Oh man, we're gonna have fun tonight. I'm looking forward to this. I love making doublet cabs. One of my favorite pieces of jewelry I ever made was, well, I didn't make the jewelry, I just assembled it. We were at a at a thrift store and I bought a bag of vintage jewelry. And they had just crap stones in them or like plastic in them. And so we took them all out and I took a piece of the Covalite from Butte and I
Yeah.
put a quartz cap on it and polished that. Looked amazing. It looked like a little nebula inside the piece. It was phenomenal.
Oh, I love that. I love that. I remember spending days when I was working for the opal guy, taking like thin slices of opal and doing triplets, gluing them to a piece of black onyx, and then gluing a piece of quartz on top of them. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Oh yeah.
Well, it's funny that you mentioned that because that's what we're gonna start with. Is I did a piece of opal. It's got a basanite back on it with a red rutilated quartz on top. So we'll polish that up and then we'll assemble one so that you guys can see the process.
That's gonna be cool. I'm excited. I'm excited. Of course, I got my sphere with me. Got that thing always on me.
I'd love that Cody's carrying it around. He's had it with him the entire time.
I love it.
I don't think I was ignoring Tay. I probably was. She might have been making faces at me, but in the background there. Love Tay though. Hey. That was so funny. I have not heard of Ocean Breaker Jasper. Oh, that's fun.
Yeah, that's super cool.
Uh, yeah, I don't know that. I mean, they saw the end result of that because we were selling them, but I don't know that ever, you guys ever saw us take, it's one of those $1,800 slabs and pink, 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 make little slabs out of it for the live events. It was pretty painful. Well, I mean, if you're cabbing, it's not painful, but if you're watching it happen, it's a little painful.
So it's like another event. Was this cut and chat event or breaking slabs?
Right? They're pretty phenomenal when you get one of the Ocean Jasper slabs that's like
Th-
that big polished.
They're amazing. They're amazing.
If Tay says one word that you guys can all hear, it'll probably be a cuss word. I'll say hi, Tay.
Okay, rude. I don't cuss all
I
that
don't know that they
much.
can hear you.
I
A
don't.
little bit, I think.
I'm a whisper.
Whisper.
Get away
Whisper.
from me.
Oh, we do.
It's a little maniacal, but yeah, but it's very joyful. It's like a joyful maniacal. Yeah, it's a happy maniacal.
Do you live under a bridge?
Eva describes it as devious.
Devious. That's cuter. I like that. It's nicer.
Yes, implies there's stuff.
Mwah, ha, 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 ha.
One. I love it.
Oh, thank you. Team, you want to
Appreciate
check that where the dates are? All right, let's get started and make this first piece.
it.
We're
Yay.
I got it glued up so you guys can see the. Hold on, let me grab safety glasses. Um, Glued up so you guys can will kind of see kind of the end result, and then we'll go back through and make it as more people hop on. I've been very excited about this piece. Tay and I both have been pretty excited about this piece that I'm gonna make. We've been looking at it for probably a year now at least. All right, you guys want to pin up the other camera? And it's funny is if you just look at it, it is not that exciting at all visually when you see it assembled like this. But that's a layer of basanite, then you got a layer of opal in there, and then you got a layer of the red related quartz.
Oh, pricey, I see.
Yes, yes, I am. Just
Interesting.
all of the funnest materials I could find.
Kind of looks like skin.
Yeah, it's not that attractive like this. It'll be fun to show you guys the process, but
It may be.
I like to give these when you use the 5 minute epoxy, even though it's 5 minute epoxy. I like to give it 2 hours when you do this assembly like this. So it's got plenty of time to dry through that whole face there. So I wanted to glue one up because we'll finish this one, but like the next one we make, it'll take a couple hours to finish. We do not. Occasionally we get some in the like some of those collection pieces, but we don't have a supply of it. Well, let's start off here by getting this trimmed up. I am really excited about this piece.
This is going to be awesome. That opal cut in chat. I was looking at this piece.
These are my favorite nights where I get to loiter behind you.
Loiter. Bye, Tay.
Have a good one. Bye, Tay.
Did I mention how much I love the 6-inch trim saw? This thing is so great. You know, especially cutting higher end stuff like this, I use the 6-inch trim saw so much. It does help with just gluing your other pieces to the slab and then trimming it out because then you know you got a good seal on there and you didn't leave a little gap. Sometimes people cut out and get them real close and then glue them up, and then sometimes you wind up with a little gap underneath one of the edges. And that is never a good look. Oh, hey, you know what would help if I turn the light on? Are you talking, Cody? No. I was like, man, Cody got real quiet.
How's that? Is that better?
Oh yeah, now we can hear you. Oh,
Okay.
now you can start to see the opal flash in there and some of the rutile.
That's nice. And I was just saying, yeah, it's super important. I was always told to make that piece a little bit bigger and then make sure you get like a little ring of glue that bubbles up around the edge and you kind of wiggle it and get that ring of glue around there.
Well, one of the things I like to do, and like I did it with this piece earlier, I'll show you guys when I glue up the next one, is I'll take and press it down and then slide it back and forth to get all the air
Yeah.
bubbles out. All right. Get shaping this thing. I'm really excited about this cab. Have y'all ever made a doublet? Well, this is technically a triplet, but have y'all ever made a doublet or a triplet before?
Kind of split. We got two yeses, two nos. Anybody
Okay.
out there feeling kind of after this? I hope they're feeling like they can definitely do this.
You know, one of the other things that we should do tonight on this subject is we should take a piece of turquoise and put it in the JB Weld
Yeah.
because that's kind of the same category of things.
I wish I would have thought of that. I was just getting ready to bring the all the jewelry stuff in. I was going through it and I have like I found a whole cigar box full of turquoise on JB Weld.
That's so funny. I have some on my cart.
That's awesome. Do you have any of that optical quartz left? No.
I have some of the natural stuff, but
Oh,
we've got
okay.
to grade it out. I was trying to get some of that before tonight, but we've been so busy I hadn't had a chance to get to it yet.
So what's kind of pattern are you going for right now as your cabin this? Like what series are you doing? Look like you're doing like kind of a counterclockwise. Now you're doing kind of a wobble to it.
I kind of go back and forth, but I'm just doing basically rings where I'm letting the edge of the stone go around the wheel, kind of
Okay.
like when you spin a coin and it starts to fall and it gets really close. I'm doing
Ah,
those
okay.
kind of rings. So like you can see as it tapers up towards the middle, I still have that flat spot in the center. But I like to change directions, so I'll go around, then I'll switch directions, and I rotate the stone around as I do that.
And then the layers are the red rutilated quartz. What kind of opal again?
I believe this was a Spencer Opal
Okay. And then what was the backer?
Basinite.
Basanite. Okay. Yeah, Kurt, the JB Weld for turquoise, like the way I'd always would do it is I'd get like a little chunk of turquoise and I'd cut the pieces of turquoise fairly thin, like a little thinner than I would do a normal for a normal cab, and then I just mix up the two-part JB Weld on some wax paper, make like a little pile of it, and then push down the slab of turquoise down onto it to kind of raise the height of the turquoise and to strengthen the turquoise from the back.
Yeah, it works really good. It's a very common
Yeah.
practice.
Oh yeah, Black Obsidian for a backer is a really good one.
I feel like my stack here is a little on the thick side. So before I go too much further, I'm going to take this over to the Intarsia machine, and we're going to take a little
Nice.
backing off. We need to see if we can get more of that jade. We had some black jade that was really cheap, actually. I think we were selling it like $10 a pound.
Oh,
And
nice.
I'm like, dang, we need some more of that. That'd be great in Tarja material.
I got some black jade, or what I was told was black jade, and when I looked it up, it even said that it could be magnetic, and I was able to get a magnet to stick to one of the slabs I cut. It was this black jade I got at some rock show. We don't have any of the basanite, correct?
Not at the moment.
Okay.
That's one of the things I'm really excited for when I go over to China is looking for more Intarsia materials. Those
I love it.
solid colors.
I know we're gonna have good representation over there for all the Intarsia freaks.
That was so funny. Like I took a decent little amount off the back there, and I'll bevel these edges in a little bit more. My quartz cap is also a little decently thick. Oh yeah, I will. We'll have a whole bunch of cutting shops over there, I'm sure.
Hey, Brandon. Oh, I bet you that looks good, Jeff.
Black is such a great contrasting color to put with other stuff.
There was a question earlier on whether or not to polish any of the surface before you epoxy them together. I never did. You kind of want to have that bite.
So it depends on what you're gluing together, how high of a grit I will take it. Something like the rutilated quartz, where it's a lot more translucent, I will take to 500 grit, but that's the highest I take it because the glue helps. Um, hide all the scratches. So as long as you get the pretty much, down to the finer scratches, the glue will hide it.
All right. Question for Zeke. When you prep the optical quartz for a doublet or triplet, the quartz face goes against the other slab. How far do you grind that side of the quartz before epoxying them together? Polished too much won't hold as well, but you don't want the scratches to show through. Help me,
So
Zeke
yeah,
Kenobi.
so for quartz, I'll show you guys this one was done. You won't be able to see the scratches. I went to 500 grit. Oh, let's see. Oh yeah,
Oh
you can
yeah.
start to see that fire underneath there.
Oh yeah.
You know what's crazy? This would kill you, Cody, but we had a big bin of these that we were selling on the live events for nothing. They were so
Uh,
cheap.
yeah, that does kind of kill me.
Already pre-made, nice opal.
Uh,
They're
it's
like,
so
thanks
hard
for
to.
sharing.
I know. Thanks for breaking my heart. It's so hard to like find reasonably priced opal. And turquoise. Honestly, I was just thinking about that too. And what grid are you on right now?
This is 280 grit.
280. Okay.
Now, when you're doing something like optical quartz or the rutilated quartz, it's definitely one to check your polish a lot because any flaw will show up and be very obvious.
A lot of checking. Okay.
Yeah, as soon as I get done on this grit, I'll check it and we'll show you guys. I did also pull out some nice rutilated quartz for you guys tonight.
Ooh, I saw those over there. I haven't had a chance to look through them yet.
Yeah, there's some nice stuff. I love rutilated quartz.
Yeah. I've worked a lot with it. They make killer cabs.
I really want to bring in and show off some of my spheres, the rutilated quartz spheres. Or we're gonna pull
Oh, that'd
more.
be cool.
We sold all the ones we had down here. I gotta go upstairs when John's back and pull out some of his um personal collection.
Hey, Penelope. Hey, Mike. Oh, nice.
The edge is still not quite perfect, but you can see the consistency of the polish is perfectly good for scratches.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's see. I also didn't realize I have the wheels all mixed up on here. I have to swap out the wheels on this machine for the
Uh-oh.
other side. So a little bit of a live demonstration for that too.
Nice. Getting a little bit of everything tonight. I love it.
You do need a flat lap to do the mating surfaces. Um, but if you have a cab machine, you can put a lap on the side to do it. If you just have an Antares machine, you can do it on there. If you got a great big flat lap, that's usually what I use because we got a 24 in the lab with a bunch of the diamond wheels.
Oh, that's something I need to learn to get my hands on the flat lap.
I think you will be using like three minerals for this one, right? It's like a triplet more than a doublet.
So yeah, so the one I'm working on right now is a triplet. The next one I do will be a doublet.
Oh, you can see that fire coming through there.
That is pretty freaking cool.
I like that you pick like the red too, because it kind of looks like veins.
Oh, I like the contrasting blue and red.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, the red rutile. I think that's I thought Tay was funny when she's like, oh, I see you picked out the most expensive things you could put with this. Perhaps a sujolite layer in there, you know.
Yeah, just for fun. The
Oh,
backer should have been Sujilite.
we should have done it as an intarsia piece. We could have done sujolite borders.
I mean, we could always get done, cut it in half, and then put a piece of Sujilite down the middle of it.
There we go. I like the way you think.
Yeah, we got more of this Sumatra iris. Uh, could you use opalite glass for the top piece?
Yeah, you could. The more translucent, the more the pattern you'll see in your bottom stone. So the opalite, I'd cut that pretty thin, or sometimes they're directional. You can look at it. But the more translucent, you could also just use pieces of glass.
Yeah,
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 some
yeah.
people do that. All right, let me swap the wheels on this thing.
Oh yeah, Mike Allen. The CB8's pretty great. And then, but a flat lap, like how you're just going to be polishing slabs, or if you want to be making cabs or other stuff.
Oh, done spun the end plate off instead of the whole wheel.
Wow, really no tools needed for that, huh?
No, I mean sometimes people don't have the hand strength to do it.
Oh yeah.
So that's where you would um, need the tools, but I've done this so many times. And even when I tighten them on there, I don't um, use tools to tighten them down.
I had my first cab machine set up in my closet of my bedroom in a shared apartment.
That's awesome. I when we didn't have the lab set up, I thought about taking a cab machine home. I was like, oh, I need to make something.
Yeah, yeah. Just make stuff all day. They get home like I'm not done. I still need to be creative.
Oh my goodness. A year or
Hey,
two
Jeffrey.
ago, I would have stayed in here all night long. If Sherman would call me at 2 or 3 in the morning, sometimes 4 or 5 a.m., and be like, dude, go home.
Get some sleep, dang it.
He's like, I need you functional.
I love how like they care about like your health and you know what I mean and stuff like that. It's such a great like community and company.
It really is.
Hey,
This
Paul.
room is about 7,500 square feet. And if it was up to me, we'd put about twice the amount of equipment that's in here now.
Exactly. Yeah.
What I ideally like is like a classroom here where we got maybe 10 cab machines set up in a row so that people can come learn. And,
That'd be
we
awesome.
got a row of intarsia machines.
And then like one with every has like the projector like this does overhead to where it's like everybody can see what you're doing as you're explaining what you're doing, and then that'd be killer.
That would be really cool.
We need like a like a art collective down, you know what I mean, where we just have different artists come in and teach different stuff.
Oh yeah, there's lots of places that we've helped set up where they'll have in fact it wasn't that long ago we had somebody buy a ton of 14-inch lab saws. I can't remember what the number was, but I was like, holy crap, really?
Yeah,
Because they were setting them up so that, it was that kind of environment where you could pay to come learn and use the equipment.
I love that.
I've helped set up equipment in high schools and colleges. And
That's cool, Kyle.
now, one thing to keep in mind when you're doing something like this, the rutilated quartz is really not that heat sensitive, neither is the basanite. But the opal is heat sensitive. So when we go to buff this with the cerium and leather, you still don't want to get it wicked hot.
When you're doing the edge of the cab, you use like the edge of the wheel. Was there a reason?
Yes. People struggle to use the whole surface area of the wheel.
Okay.
And so I already know that I'm using the middle way more than I'm using the edges. So when I turn it like this, I like to focus on just the edge of the wheel so that I'm using it as evenly as possible.
Okay, get more even wear.
Exactly. Because a lot of people, they'll wind up with the center of the wheel right here just completely worn out and the edges look brand new still.
Okay, yeah.
So what causes the color in the opal is water trapped between the little molecules in there. Oh, see, that's coming along real nice.
Oh, yeah.
So if you heat up the opal, it will craze and dry out, and you lose all the color. I'm so excited about this piece. I'm really excited to show Tate
This,
this one,
yeah.
actually.
This is gonna be a killer piece.
She uh she was close with the person that this came from their collection, and so she'll appreciate this opal when it's done. That's why I always say it's not the age, it's the mileage.
Yeah. Ain't that the truth?
No, well, I'm 26 now. I turned 27 in a couple months, few months. A Zeke couple.
Z couple.
I think it's hilarious that that's become the standard. When I say couple, it does not mean a couple.
Ah, happy early birthday, Jeffrey.
I also think the sides of these cabs look really cool. Oh, you're good, Kyle. Um, where you can see
Oh
all the
yeah.
layers. I don't know if how well you guys can see it, but oh, there you go. You can see the layer of opal flash in there.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool. Oh, happy birthday to you too. Early birthday to you, Jeff.
Oh,
Hey, happy late
congratulations.
birthday, Gary.
All right, dry this thing off.
That's looking. This is. I'm really excited for this one.
There's still a little inconsistency in the edge. It's not that smooth roll. So we need to work that a little bit more. And then I'm looking for inconsistencies in the polish where it still looks a little more frosted. Because a lot of people would look at that and go, oh, that looks great. But that's why I really like using the reflection of the light. So like I'm using the where the you can see the light, then I'm looking at the reflection to see where the flaws are.
It's a red rutilated quartz on top. That's what the reds are.
I would generally do the little slabs on one of the Model 12s, but the next piece I do here in a minute, I'm going to do on the trim saw because I know that's what most people are going to be working on. But if you were like, man, I want to become a jeweler and I want to do Intarsia or Doublet to make high-end cabs, something like an HT 10 or a Model 12 would be such a great slab saw for that.
Yeah. No, that'd be killer. I find I do all of my prepping for the Intarsia on the 12s.
Yeah, yeah, it's so nice. I love those Model 12s, especially the stainless steel ones.
Yeah.
Now, where I said there was a little inconsistency and you could still see some of the rings from doing the dome. I don't like to keep doing this motion to try to get those out. I'm pushing into the stone and I'm doing circle motions on small areas. So like I'll do circle, circle, circle to try to get those out and kind of blend it so it's smoother.
Okay. And do you like start from the center and like kind of do spiraling circles out with like that little pattern or?
Yeah, so generally I'm going to push into the middle and then I'm going to do a little circle, move over, do a little circle, move over, do a little circle. And you'll see
Okay.
me kind of move it around the piece like that. Because I'm trying to get that really smooth look.
Okay. Okay.
Like when we show the spheres and you don't see any flat spots or layers, it's just one continuous smoothness.
We can love all of the children the same.
That's so funny. Well, different tool, different love.
Uh-huh.
I don't generally slab on the 6-inch unless I'm showing it on here, but for trimming expensive little pieces down, it sure is great.
Yeah. That's a good setup, Lawrence. HT10 and the 12.
Yeah, those are good saws for that.
Are you just mainly slabbing with that, Lawrence, or what's your lapidary interest or flavor? And also, if anybody wants to just share kind of what their hobbies or interests are, we have a really fun community on Facebook, a Facebook group. You could ask questions, you could post your stuff. You're going to get really friendly, polite answers. Nobody's mean. No politics, none of that unfun stuff to talk about. Just talking about the art of lapidary. I'm sure the team here will put the link to the Facebook group in the chat. There it is. Oh no, that's the show and tell.
You know what? I was also thinking we were talking about needing different groups for. I was like, man, we need a group for Highland Park photographers. We have a bunch of photographers in the group.
That'd be cool. I keep saying like a Facebook jewelry one too for the jewelers.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's funny, Michael. That's cool. Yeah, I like that, Michael. 6 inch for turquoise, 10 and 12 for precision hard materials. Throwing in a target machine, a CB8 or 6.
All
I
right.
don't know, right? I don't know. Then after Tuesday, I'm like a core drill, a sphere machine.
Well, if I was going to start my shop over again today, and assuming I couldn't just go nuts and buy it at all, I would start with a cab machine and a trim saw.
Yeah,
And then from there, I would add in a slab saw. After I had those things, I would probably add in an intarsia machine
yeah, yeah.
and just keep paying them off machine by machine. And then I'd build it up a couple more slab saws. So I'd probably start with a 16 if I can only have one.
Okay.
And then my next one would be a Model 12. And then my next one after that would be a 24. And I'd work to fill in the rest after that.
Everybody's asking, what about the no love for the wet belt sander?
So the wet belt sander, after I got a good row, or after I got a good row of saws set up, the wet belt
Hmm.
sander would be the next purchase.
Okay.
And then, because I'd probably start with the 6 inch trim saw, my next purchase there would probably be a production trim saw and then a shaping machine.
That production Tim saw is pretty next level. That thing's a beast.
And after I had all of those things, then I would start with the spearing equipment, get the core drill, the high speed, the low speed, all of that stuff.
Any
But I
update on the
mean,
faceting?
the faceting machine is about 80% done the last time John worked on it. But the
Oh,
problem is he's stuck fixing manuals or making manuals until those are done. So he's not allowed to work on any other project.
oh no. What if this trip to China is just a trick to have you write manuals?
Oh, gosh, dang. Oh, a ring. I'm not sure what you mean.
Yeah, Z, can you tell us more about the shaping machine?
So the shape machine is kind of like a key maker for the stones. So you take and put a cam on there. Like if you're doing cabs, you'll take and put like a hex cam on there, and it will make a hex cab preform. You can also preform spheres on there. We're gonna have to show the shape machine. As a newbie, the first three materials I buy, that's hard. I can't imagine limiting myself to. It's not really designed to make a ring. Oh yeah, Cody grabbed an example of here's a hex cam and a couple of the preforms. I guess you could make a round on there and then drill out the center.
Small core drill.
But you can do eggs, you could do beads, you can do little towers and wands.
I definitely want to
Yes,
get into that. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
you can make your own template. We sell a little blank block that you can cut out and make it your own template. Or if there's one you want custom made, John will also custom make templates.
I wanted to get into that machine on a Tuesday show and make it do cut up some preforms with it.
Well, it'll do the outside ring. That machine just doesn't have ability to grind the inside ring or the inside hole. So you'd have to take your piece and drill out the center. All right, we'll jump up to some of these higher grits. Then we'll buff this with cerium. And then, maybe what we'll do is well, no, because that'll take too long. We'll make another cab with the shaping machine, because I'll show you guys that. It's a really cool machine. We'll make a doublet first, and then I'll show that to you guys.
And for that one, Heather, I think Cody made beads last a couple of days ago. Do you have that one, Cody?
The bead, yeah, I have that.
Yeah.
Thanks, Larry. Ooh, that'd be a bad one to ship.
Oh yeah.
So this is the bottom is basanite. Then you got a layer of opal, and then a layer of the red rutilated quartz. I love how this turned out.
It's coming out so cool.
I'm not a big fan of dop sticks, especially for a stone this size, because I tend to have the stone done before the glue or the dop dries. Dop wax. And I learned without a dop stick, so it's kind of what I'm used to. The dop sticks can certainly help if you have a hard time holding onto the stones or have a hard time controlling them. Maybe you've got arthritis and it get really comfortable to hold them instead. Or maybe you just
Smaller
don't like to
stones.
grind your fingertips off.
Hmm. Yeah, you like to keep your fingernails.
Yeah, right? Yeah, that's one of the big reasons a lot of people use them to grind their fingers off. That's right. The basanite on the back, because opal is a softer, more fragile stone, the basanite makes it significantly stronger. Putting the layer of quartz on top and the basanite on the bottom makes this a very durable stone. If you're gonna put this in jewelry that you're gonna wear, it really helps protect it. When I do a really small stone, I'll use a dop stick. Like, let's see. Oh, right here. Like the last time we used the dop stick, I did this stone, little jade cab. That'd
And
be
then
a
here's
little
the
small.
intarsia bead.
I know the ability to put stones together like this is so fun because you can do so
Yeah.
many cool things with it.
I know once you kind of start like thinking outside of the box of what you can do with like a flat lap or an intarsia machine and a cab machine, like it really opens up like kind of your perspective of like being able to like adventure out and do other new fun stuff.
So the wet belt sander I ranked in the way that I did. because I can get away with using the cab machine for all of the projects that I'd want to do. And I like having both. But I mean, realistically, if I was buying my shop, I'd buy all of that stuff pretty much at the same time.
Yeah.
But if I have to start over and I'm like, all right, what can I make the most money at to pay for the next machine? And what am I going to
Yeah.
enjoy the most? I'm going to start with the cab machine so that I can pay for the other ones. The wet belt sander is a great tool.
Since
It
we've been
depends
in,
on what you're doing, Heather. If you're trying to do a doublet like this, and the wet belt sander is going to be terrible. If you're trying to do, polish agate specimens, dome pieces, um, the wet belt sander is going to be a lot better. Make cabs.
And from Ed, what is the best thickness for rutilated quartz cap for doublet or triplet? And from Brendan, do you use the same super glue as in Tarsia?
I use the 5-minute epoxy to put the layers together on this, which it takes a little bit longer. I guess we could use the super glue for the next one so that it doesn't take too long.
yeah.
And Cody, what did you cut the square hole with on that bead?
Actually, it wasn't cut. It was used the intarsia machine, and it's four overlapping pieces of stone that were glued together, like flat lapped onto the intarsia machine, then glued together, leaving a void down the center for the necklace to go through. I think I have a drawing of it too. Might even be able to show if you're interested.
Oh no, we'll just have to make one. I haven't
I
had a
like
chance
that
to make one
better.
yet.
Yeah, I'd love to. Oh, I know yours are going to be epic.
I really like the one that you made. I think it looks really good.
Oh, yeah. I kind of want to do a fancy one where like each layer is like an intarsia piece. You know what I mean? Like it's intarsia, then I make those slabs into the intarsia bead.
You could core out the middle, but the way Cody did it was a way of doing it where you didn't have to do any drilling, which is nice if you struggle to drill holes or you don't have the ability to drill through a stone that thick, or you just don't have any tools to do that.
Oh, wow.
And as it gets shinier and shinier, you can see more and more of the opal.
Is there any particular stones that don't work well on the leather wet belt sander? Probably the ones that don't like the cerium polish.
Yeah, stones that don't like cerium, stuff that's maybe a little bit softer or a little bit more porous is going to struggle more. This would make such an epic piece of jewelry.
Yeah, it would.
And this one is one that I'm taking all the way up to 50,000 grit. Because I just want that. Like a stone like this is such a nice stone that it
Yeah.
really deserves that amazing polish.
Be doing it injustice to do anything less.
Exactly.
Everybody excited for the tumbler giveaway this Saturday? Hope everybody's entered. Oh, yeah, awesome. I've been loading up a bunch of tumbling material.
Oh, that's very exciting.
Uh-huh. It's gonna be fun.
All right, let's put the final polish on there. And I said, because you got the opal in there, you don't want to get this real hot. Let's see. Let me grab a spray bottle.
So are you also going to probably turn down the RPMs then too?
Not further down than I normally do.
Okay.
Still that between 3 and 4. I mean, that's pretty slow. So,
Okay.
I'm just not going to push as hard, or maybe I'll use a little bit more water.
Okay. Are you feeling for like any kind of bite or anything as you're polishing it, or you just use a little bit more water so it doesn't bite as much?
Yeah, I'll use a little bit more water so it doesn't bite as much. Or if I still, I'm constantly checking it to make sure that it's not getting too hot.
Okay.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah, see, that's I'm like, getting a little aggressive. Oh, I love this stone.
No, nothing on YouTube. I have some videos on my like Instagram and Facebook, but yeah, nothing on YouTube. Oh, this is gonna be such a nice piece. Hey, Stuart. Yeah, and it's everybody's enjoying what they're seeing tonight and they're learning something and hopefully having some fun. We sure would appreciate it if you were to give us a 5-star Google review. We love reading them, and it helps us kind of reach our mission of introducing a million people into the lapidary arts. And like I said, we just really enjoy reading them too. So we would love it if you were to give us a 5-star review. And I'm going to steal John's line. And if it's anything but a 5-star review, please email us first. We'd happily solve it.
This is the whip belt sander.
Yeah, Canfield. Or on Instagram is KC Silversmith.
All right, I'm gonna go wash this off, and then I'll show you guys the final result there.
Ooh, the big reveal. Always fun.
This is a cab that's worthy of having one of those nice little snap cases for itself.
Thank you, Marvin.
I love those things. What
Ah,
is really unique about doing like a doublet or a triplet, and especially if you do something that has like that flash or fire in it, is it almost like
mhm.
brings the fire up to the surface of the quartz.
Yeah, I wonder if it's like in the doming effect kind of just magnifies it.
It does, and they actually sometimes it's good to do a really high dome on these because it'll help magnify it even more.
Okay. Oh, that's so cool. Ah, I love it. Oh yeah, that is so cool. Hey, Brad,
So hopefully that's inspiration for y'all to go make a doublet or a triplet.
can we see the edge view? Oh, that's so cool. So cool. So easy too. So cool.
All right, let's put one together.
Heck yeah.
I was thinking what we might do is something really basic. I'll let you guys decide. Doing either a Thulite or a Goldstone. This is some of the green Goldstone with just clear quartz on there. For doing this, I would use like a 5-minute epoxy like this. Although on this one, we're going to use super glue just so we can have it done for y'all tonight. What do you guys think? Should we do the Goldstone or should we do the Thulite?
And then any thoughts on high grit diamond expandable drum like 10,000?
We will eventually have belts that'll do that. Belts for the higher grits.
And from
I
Charles,
think
what
I'm
grit flat
seeing
level did you use for the original flat pieces?
for if I'm doing something like quartz, I'll use 500 grit. If something like this, you could get away with like 180 grit. But because if you're putting something like clear quartz on there, you want the higher grit so you don't see the scratches. I think I saw the general consensus for the Thulite.
Yeah, I was gonna say Thulite is pretty much the winner.
All right.
Ed's
And
asking for a
Stacy,
Bud Light.
what adhesive did you use between layers, and does that epoxy yellow?
Nope.
Green Goldstone would look great with Ghost Plume over it, Linda was saying.
Oh, that would be fun.
That'd be a cool one.
This has, I thought this was just a clear piece. It does have a little rutile in there. There's really fine needles.
Thulite is from
Norway.
Norway? Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
What about both? A strip of Thulite in between two bands of Goldstone.
That's
Strip
doable.
strips on diagonal. Michael, you're getting crazy. I like the idea though. Why rutilated quartz on top? What makes the rutilated desirable over others?
Because you have the rutile crystals running through the piece, which is a cool effect.
Yeah, for sure.
I know, I'm
Right,
just
a
thinking
tarja doublet.
we might need to do that tonight. As big as you can fit on a flat lap. Oh
Oh
yeah, that
wow.
actually has a decent amount of um rutile in it. Hey Cody, would
This
you
is
go over into
yeah,
the cabs and grab the lapis and related quartz cab I did?
of course.
Thank you. One of the other ones I really want to finish is that hyperstein one.
Oh, that'd be yeah. Oh, Hyperstein, Tiger's Eye, all kinds of fun stuff. It would be fun to do a doublet with this. Yeah.
That's so funny.
Do one with Tiger's Eye. That'd be cool.
That's a pretty consistent slab. You can see some of the rutile running through there. This one's going to be mostly clear. You won't really see any of the rutilated quartz on the cut faces because it makes it frosted. Even when we just take and stick them together, you won't really see it until they're polished. All
And
right, let's go
then
over the
maybe I
flat
missed
lap.
it. How are you gonna get the pair? What grit do you use
You
before
cut
you
out
glue them
again.
together? Oh,
How do we get two parallel faces to glue together, and what level grit do you go to when gluing the two faces together?
If I'm doing something translucent like this, I'm gonna go to 500 grit. If I'm doing something, oh yeah, that's that lapis one I did. Oh, I forgot to cut the thulite down. We don't need such a huge piece of thulite.
am I sounding better?
Yeah, that's better.
Okay, good.
I love that cab that you're holding.
I think Mike.
All right, let me grab a pencil so we can do the pencil test and some paper sounds.
Did you cut across the reticulation or with it?
Kind of across it, but not really intentional because that one is so light, it's hard to see. All right, we'll get this switched over. Oh, yeah, see, that's 180 grit lap. Oh, something much finer. When Eva was doing that project where we put the two stones together, we went to the 180 grit on the 24 inch because I'm impatient and I was like, we can do this faster.
Yeah, I think that with like a rutilated piece of quartz, kind of the reticulation goes in different sprays, right? So you could kind of outcome varies with the cut a little. Just kind of
It
study it.
depends on the piece. Some
Okay.
they'll all go one direction, some they'll be going in every direction. And you always want to mark an X on the side that you're not going to grind so that you know which side to glue up. And I like to rotate the piece while I do it to try to keep those scratches inconsistent as possible so they're not all going in one direction. Yes, the outcome will vary. Yeah. So after I think I've got it flat, I will take it and oh, get the little water droplets off of it. After I think I got it flat, I'll take it and look at it, and then I'll put pencil all the way across the face. And I'm getting the water drops, so dry it off over here and put the pencil on it, and then I'll show you guys.
And what grid are you using right now?
500 grit. If I
Thank you.
was doing a smaller lap, I would have started a little bit more aggressive, but because it's such a big lap, it grinds so fast. All right, so now that it's
Okay.
covered in pencil, I'm going to grind it a little bit more just to make sure that this is truly flat. And you don't wipe it off. You look at it while it's still wet. because you can wipe the pencil off and you can see no more pencil on there. Although that X that you're seeing is actually on this side. It's just such a translucent piece. It's going all the way through.
Nice and translucent. That's great.
So that piece is done. Now we'll do our Thulite next. Same thing. I want to take and put an X on whichever side I'm not going to grind. So that side I'll leave unground. That'll come off when we make the cab.
Anybody out there right now just like have their brains like racking up like, oh, I want to put this stone with that stone and this one with that one. I'd love to see some of your guys' ideas.
It would not work with an iris slab. You'd lose the iris effect. Although you could do an intarsia piece where you left the iris part with no backing on it.
Ooh, yeah,
That'd be a fun project.
that'd be fun.
All right. Do the same thing on this one. We'll wipe it off and put the pencil on there. I've not done a sphere yet, although it is high on the list of projects to try. I think
Project.
the sphere, I probably will do that as a video rather than a cut and chat,
Yeah,
or at least make the preform because honestly, I think it'll be days of grinding and putting, gluing a layer together and then repeat.
yeah. And then Dory was saying, I want to try side by side instead of stacking. I think that's basically intarsia, right? I think is what she's saying.
Yeah, basically. I mean, I'll show you guys a picture. Let me pull up a picture really quick. I'll show you guys this piece that we made the other day.
Oh, that's perfect. That's right.
It's exactly what we're describing. So you can see those are two stones that we put together.
That's cool.
That one, actually, let me show you guys the other side of that one too. So Eva had a very artistic vision for this piece. And so she left the other side where the two natural faces try to kind of match them. You get the two natural faces that come together that kind of line up.
I love that. That's so cool.
I was actually really impressed with how well she got them to line up.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one easily could be. She just didn't want it to be a piece of jewelry, which is the only reason we didn't grind it down into that. You could easily make that smaller and shape it for jewelry.
Are you kind of moving your hand in any specific pattern when you're doing this, or is it just kind of what feels natural, or?
So I'm going in and out and twisting.
Okay.
And see, this is a perfect example of why we do the pencil test. You can see all the pencil there still. This is such a nice, rich piece of thulite too. This is gonna look so cool.
This is gonna be super cool.
It's funny actually. The after doing that piece with Eva, that's why I scheduled these cut and chats because I was like, man, I want to do some more stuff like that.
Right? I want to have fun. Dang it.
All right, now that looks flat, but because we ground it again, we're gonna dry it off and do the pencil testing one more time.
And then this was 500 grit.
Yes.
Okay.
Although that looks pretty dang flat. Although looks are not good enough. So there, just put a grid of pencil on there again. We'll take and just put it right on there flat. I'll run it for, not very long. And then we'll take and lift it right up. You can see we're not quite getting that edge down
Oh
enough.
yeah. That pencil thing is so useful in this kind of work.
It's crazy that just a carpenter's pencil is the tool that makes this so achievable.
Right?
It's how we check all of the faces that we put together. Ooh.
Little garlic.
Oh, yeah. I screwed up that face royally.
It's funny. I was actually thinking about an Intarsia sphere on the drive over into work after lunch, and I was kind of like, I want to do like strips of triangles that are like in the center, and then build like a box around that to make like the square, then sphere it from there. So in the center, there's like an eye triangle thing.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Right? Yeah.
All right. Now that I've done screwed it up, I will take it and check it again. And we will keep checking it until it's perfect. Let's see. I need another paper towel.
Oh yeah, Kyle, you're interested in getting into Intarsia, maybe?
The entire just so much. It's one of those things that I'm like, dang, I wish I would have gotten into that a lot sooner.
Same here. It's just so much fun, and like the possibilities are endless.
Well, and the ability for me, like what I get so intrigued about is there's two things that I get really excited about. It's a way to actually make it more like an art piece and make something incredibly unique and much higher
Hmm.
value. And you don't have to cut an expensive stone to create something that's worth a lot. You can take cheap material and turn it into something that's high value.
Yeah.
Like for me, if I think about what's the most valuable thing you can do, for to get into lapidary, making an Antarja piece is definitely the way you can take the cheapest of scraps and turn them into something very valuable.
Hmm. How big is this lap we're using right now?
This is a 24-inch lap.
Okay.
There we go.
Oh yeah.
No more pencil. All right, we're done over here.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, we actually it's on YouTube, I believe, but we had the luxury of having Bill Boggs on. He's who taught me how to do Intarsia. He got on the live event here with us and did it. Um, but I really want to go take their class and hang out with them down there. I think that'd
It
be
seems
so
like it
much
should be
fun.
a company retreat that we all should like me, you, and George should have to take just to really fully know, Intarsia.
I agree.
Right?
I want to do a retreat there where we do it so everybody can sign up if they want to come out and hang out with us.
Oh, that would be so cool.
All right, just drying out our pieces here, and then I'm gonna get some acetone, and we're gonna wipe the faces down. Oh, that's very exciting, Kyle. How many of y'all have taken the Intarsia classes at the William Holland School Library? And then, team, will you check the timeline for that?
Oh, you have, Mark. That's cool.
I know in the past when we did it's more Intarsia oriented night, we had a bunch of people on that. I was surprised at how many people had taken their class
Oh, and Lizelle 716 is the arrival date for the Tarja 8s.
or the estimated.
Estimated, yeah. ETA. Okay, thank you.
So when I did like the opal and something that I'm gonna have a little bit more time to do, I'll use this 5-minute epoxy. That's what I used on this. Oh, it's just two effects that I love
So
so much.
nice.
The sparkle of the opal and then all the rutile shooting across there. But because we want to actually finish this cab here, I'm going to use some super glue to go a little bit faster.
Thank you, Roxanne.
Let's see. And we do have a little crack right there that I want to be cautious of.
Can you double it labradorite?
Oh, absolutely. Actually, I have one. If you want to go grab it, there's one in my case over there on my
You
desk.
got it. You got it.
All right, you don't get as much time with the super glue, but in a perfect world, like when you do the epoxy, I squeeze and slide them back and forth to work out the air bubbles. With this super glue is so dang fast that you really only get a couple seconds. And you can see I'm already peeling skin off. Yeah, I am gluing my fingers to it. This is going to be better than E6000. Well, that's pretty much ready to start working it so dang fast. Here's a Labradorite and Rutilated quartz one I did. I love that purple flash in there.
Super nice.
All right. Now this is ready to start cutting. And cover up our glue here. Ooh. This this bottle is not as gel as some of the other bottles. That bottle is a lot thinner.
Does it matter what the thickness of each piece is?
Not really. If you want to do a higher dome, make your top piece thicker. If you want a more shallow dome, make it thinner. However thick you want the finished cab to be, you want it to not be too thick.
Okay.
That piece of quartz is probably on a little bit on the thicker side, but this one I'm going to do a little bit higher of a dome.
Yeah, I've thought about doing like 3 diamond shapes to make the squares. I have on my sketchbook all kinds of like fun like intarsia ideas. In fact, I'm working on a fun one that'll be coming up on a soon Tuesday show. So yeah, it's gonna be super fun. The saw to shine. Oh, Ed, when we went and got that glue, that was they didn't have the one with the brush in it, so we got the one without the brush. And then James is saying the thicker dome is for more magnification, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
it'll help like, accentuate the features of the flash. And the more translucent your top is, the higher the dome you can get away with.
Okay.
Oh, that's fun. I'm already very. I see these are the kind of nights I really like. This is so fun for me.
This is so fun.
Get to sit here and hang out with y'all and make fun, cool. Like, see, you saw how fast we made that. Imagine you made a tray of these and you took that tray to a show. You think you'd catch
Uh,
everybody's attention?
yeah, like really quick.
Will you dump some more water in here for me? Just pour
You
some in
got it.
there.
Yeah.
Thank you. And it doesn't have to be rutilated quartz. That's just what I tend to like using. But you can just use optical quartz, or you can even get the synthetic quartz.
Uh, I have found that Thuolite doesn't hold up well to being drilled. It tends to break at the hole. So maybe some basanite back layer would be good if you intended to drill through it.
Oh, absolutely. You can add structural support to a stone that way. Or heck, you could even do the JB Weld, which we'll do next.
Plus, growing up like a poor country kid, JB Weld fixes everything. Some JB Weld, duct tape, a couple zip ties. I can fix anything.
Right? That's so true. Yeah, I wish we had more of those cylinders. Those were awesome. They were so cheap too. Yeah, for optical quartz, $10 a pound is like crazy cheap.
That is crazy.
Oh, we are definitely gonna have faceting rough.
See, I have some black milliflora flour and wonder how it would look over some black goldstone. Might lose the flowers.
Yeah, I think if you put black goldstone over the top of it, you're definitely gonna lose it.
Hey, Steve. Hey, Heather. How was your birthday? And there's mom. Hey, Melody. Oh, I love to hear that. You back from the beach? Oh, I love that even more. I hope you're there for another month,
Yeah, beach does sound oddly good right now.
right? Oh, they're having so much fun, they said too. I love it.
That's awesome. Oh, this
We're
yeah,
honored to. Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say now that I'm starting to polish it, I can see there's really fine rutile running through this piece.
Really, you found on your vacation. Where are you guys at? Where'd you find the blue colored agate today?
That's pretty exciting.
Right? And at the beach, it could have washed up from anywhere, really.
All right, this is a perfect example when I'm talking about consistency. If you look, this all looks really consistent except for that one spot right there, big deep scratches. And that's why it's so important to dry these off.
Okay, Lincoln City, Oregon. Wait till I send you the pictures. Oh yeah, I'm excited. I bet you it goes really good in the sun.
I also like that when you turn the stone on its side, you can see the quartz is clear, but as soon as you turn it at
Yeah,
all, it magnifies the pink.
I love that.
What one other cool thing about doing this cab the way it is if you, have you all polished through light before? If you polish through light before, you know that it'll be a little bit different of a finish where it's not that glass smooth finish.
Hey,
And so
Sharon. Oh, go ahead.
if you do have a stone that you're like, man, it just does not take the perfect mirror finish that I want it to take, or that smooth glossy feel. You can do this to it, and the quartz is always going to take that perfect wet glossy polish.
Mm-hmm. That's a great point. Oh, and then Sharon's asking, this one was adhered with super glue, but the triplet that Zeke did earlier was with 5 minute epoxy.
I'd recommend the 5 minute epoxy over the super glue for doing this.
Okay.
The reason that I did this one with super glue was just a simple matter of time to be able to want to finish it with you guys. Because generally, like if I'm doing the 5 minute epoxy, I'm gonna let them sit for 2 hours or more.
Hmm. I like the shape you're going with too. It's super cool.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, I love it. I'm sure Jordan will find it and stash it away.
Oh, Jordan will love this piece.
Oh, this would make a killer bolo.
I'd rock this as a bow tie.
I still want to make Intarsia bolo tips,
That'd be pretty cool. Super
right?
glue is more prone to fail with moisture. So if you're wearing this every day, you're definitely getting moisture on it. So that's like when we do Intarsia, while we do the small faces, um, where with the super glue, and then we back it with the 5 minute epoxy so that it's strong.
What would rose quartz do?
If it's translucent enough, it will just put a, if you have a really translucent piece, rose quartz, it would just put a pink hue over the top of the stone.
Okay.
Does that not look like the coolest light caviar I'll ever seen?
That is so cool. It looks jelly-like with that quartz top.
It really does give it a different effect because you see it just changes so instantly when you look at the side. Let's dry this one off and look at it. The more translucent of a top you do, the better. One of my favorite pieces that I did like this though was rose quartz and green jade. And I just did it as a double-sided heart. So one side you'd see the rose quartz, you'd flip it over to the other side, you see the green jade.
Which material, the thuolite or the quartz, Heather? The thuolite? Do we have any sphere pieces of thuolite?
I could probably pull one out of John's stash.
Okay.
That looks pretty good. I want to hit that edge a little bit more. I want to hit that edge a little bit more.
What
But
size
that's
sphere would
looking
you?
for
Oh, sorry.
that edge right there needs a little bit more work where it's still a little frosted on the corner.
4 inch for a 4 inch sphere. Okay. Yeah, that true. Yeah, the super glue's more brittle and the epoxy's slightly more flexible.
Someone asked earlier, and it just came back to my mind. Yes, you can use glass to do this. Oh, you definitely could use it in Tarja. It's a very popular to use them in Tarja. You actually they take in I think they boil it and press it into sheets. But you can buy it by like the sheet, so it's like a slab with all ready to cut up for doing it in second Tarja.
That's cool.
I'm not really gonna soften the edges that much. I kind of like when they have the ridge or the crease in the dome because it's harder to get the good polish all the way on that. So I tend to leave them more where it still looks like a crease in it. All right, let's dry it off one more time and check it.
How exciting. This thing's gonna be killer. That high shiny dome on there.
Yeah, that's pretty fun. And I like that it still has a little bit of the root tile in there.
Yeah, kind of makes it fun. I like rutile.
Yeah, I love when you get really fine root tile like that and it's like shooting little stars in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure Jordan, when she sees these pieces, will want to try some of this.
Oh, you know she will.
So I kind of know that was an option.
Eh.
But you know, it's crazy. Like, if you're new to lapidary, you've probably never even seen something like this before. How many people in
Yeah.
here that this is the first time they're seeing a doublet like this?
Steve, yes. America, yes. Ariel, yes. Dory, yes. Mike, yes. Ed, yes. Sheila Montblanche, yes. Oh yeah. Chase the
So
first
like
time
you
seeing
don't
your
even
scale.
you might not even know that this is an option if you're just joining us. That's
Ditto,
what's so
yeah.
fun about coming and hanging out, and you get fun new ideas.
Would that the Starburst glass work for a topper?
Oh, absolutely.
Kyle saying he
This one,
watched your Rutilated laps and it gave him the bug to try it himself.
I love that. This one I did a thicker quartz top so it magnifies it more. But generally, I cut them the same as like Intarsia slabs where you're doing like 1/8 inch slabs. If you're doing a triplet, you do them a little bit thinner.
Did you have to prep the two connecting slabs before you glue? Yes, that was done on the 24-inch flat lap, but it could also be done like on an Intarsia machine.
Or you could do it on the side of your cab machine if you got a flat lap on the side of it.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, Amy, you want to share any of your ideas for your doublets, or are you going to keep those private until you get them done? You don't want anybody taking your idea.
Well, see, that's what I like about doing this is I know if I show everybody this, they're gonna take this idea and go make something a heck of a lot cooler with it.
Yeah, just get that spark of inspiration and idea, then run with it.
Like I've seen some of the Intarsia that people have made since we did that first Intarsia cut and chat. And I'm like, holy crap, that's so cool. I wouldn't have thought to do that.
Yeah. Is there a flat lap kit for the cab machines we have?
It's not a kit, but you can put a diamond lap on the side of it.
Okay. Yeah, I kind of want to. Brad was saying like a strip of white lace down the middle would be nice. I kind of want to do like a piece of Intarsia, like a triplet, like do the Intarsia, which essentially is kind of a doublet, but then I want to put a high dome quartz on top of it. I think that'd be killer.
Oh, absolutely.
And I have a
You could
drawing in my
make,
book. Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say, you can make a really thin Intarsia piece and then, grind it flat, put a quartz cap on it, and magnify all the details.
And I have in my little sketchbook and how to like lay it out, but using like three different color darkness pieces, making like a 3D box look. You know what I mean? If with an Intarsia piece, but it's a flat piece, but it looks three dimensional. Then putting a piece of quartz on top make it look really deep. Oh, that's cool, Kyle.
That's so funny, Jack. Oh, that could be fun. Oh, very, very well. I'll show you a Labradorite one when we're done polishing this one that we did. Let me dry this off.
Oh yeah, like I actually one of the one I'm working on now is going to be all sketched up. That's kind of with the Intarsia that really helps me to like figure out the well first off like the process of how I want to put in each stone because I could literally on paper figure out that like, okay, I'm going to put the centerpiece, and then this piece next, this piece, so they'll line up and be the same color. And for some reason, putting it down on paper really helps that process.
That's interesting.
From Sharon, for polishing on my CB6, is there a flat lap surface with the leather surface split? Mine has tanned out and isn't performing like it used to.
I'm not sure what you mean by split.
The split leather suede, the split leather side out suede.
Oh, I'd almost take like a sandpaper or a wire brush to it, rough it up a little bit. I don't know. I don't find when the leather is smooth that it really makes that much of a difference. Like when you just use it and it's smoothed out. But I usually
Mhm.
find the difference is how you use the leather. Where usually people use too much water or too little.
That makes sense. Yeah. And what grid are you moving on to here?
This is 8,000 grit.
Sometimes whenever I was reapplying like my polishing compound to my flat polishing wheel, I would take like a sharp edge of a slab and just kind of run it across it to kind of get any knock off any old stuck on polishing compound.
That is one of my favorite things about the wet belt fender is that leather wheel that's on there. I love that leather wheel.
Ah, yes. I fall in love with that thing whenever I'm polishing something. I always seem to always find myself going over there and using that.
All right, now we'll go to the 14,000 grit. And we'll take this over and do the leather and cerium.
Nice.
Yes, we do use the two-part epoxy. No, it's not a pain because it comes in a syringe. So you just squeeze a little out, mix it together, put it on your piece. Yeah, CDs for the vaccine. The polishing pad on the end, or the CV6, you use the same way as the wet belt sander.
Do you have to take any kind of precautions when you're doing the edges, seeing that there's the two different materials and potential hardnesses?
What's that?
Do you have to like take any kind of precautions or are you doing anything special on the edges where there's two different sides, two different hardnesses of material?
No. If you're
Okay.
consistent and with your cabbing, the two hardnesses really doesn't make a difference. Like, if I show you here, there's really no change from stone to stone. It's one continuous flow. I've not had a problem on any of the intarsia pieces with different hardnesses.
Yeah, neither have I really.
Hey, Jeffrey. Thanks, Penelope. I did pull out some Rutilated Quartz for y'all tonight too.
I love looking at that stuff. I'm surprised I haven't went over there and looked in the barrels already. Quartz is one of those materials I can look at all day.
Yeah, yeah, that nice Rutilated Quartz barrel is very juicy. All right, go buff this thing and then we'll be done. Well, let's check it first.
Is there a gold stone that is clear with the sparkle?
I don't think so.
Night, Michael. Oh, that's
Yeah,
coming along great.
yeah. See, even at 14,000 grit, it just doesn't have the pop that it needs. That's why
Time
the
to add
leather
the
and
pop.
cerium it just makes such a difference.
Yeah. Well, that's fun, Jeffrey. I found a bunch of at a yard sale, a bunch of from old watchmaker quartz watch tops. I was able to make a bunch of doublets with.
Oh, that's really cool.
Yeah.
Were they sapphire?
Ooh, I wonder. They might have been, huh? I went through them for so long when I was younger. I just knew that they're like quartz watch faces. Is all. It was like, and it was like a estate sale, so the person had passed. When would you go to the Cerium after the 8,000?
You can do it after 3,000. I mean, heck, depending on the stone, you can do it after 1,200. But generally, but after 3,000 or 8,000 will be just fine.
Okay.
But honestly, a lot of agates can be done where you do them to 1,200 and then put that mirror shine on them.
I do believe I am the oldest one in the warehouse. Yes.
Well, John Sherman got you beat.
Sherman, yeah. I say he's in the office most of the time. Oh, Ed said the same thing. Sherman. So I'm second. From Kathy, if you were tumbling a bunch of scriptstone, do you think you could fill the tumbler with milk and 5,000 diamond powder? I'm so curious to attempt it.
I have no idea if that would work or not.
Okay.
If you do it, I want to know how it comes out.
Yeah, definitely.
All right. You can see the shine on there, but let me go wash this thing and then we'll show you guys the finished piece.
Does the bull wheel have a neoprene backing to make it softer?
On the leather wheel, yes. On the
Okay.
expanding drum, no. Because honestly, when you're spinning at that top speed, it doesn't matter if you're using foam or not, it's still gonna be very, very hard.
Okay.
Oh man. This thing turned out so freaking good.
You guys excited to see this? Oh yeah, they're excited. Ah, that's cool. I like that like white one little dot in the thuolite down toward the bottom.
Oh yeah, I see what you're talking about.
I love that. Yeah.
Honestly, I'm gonna buff it a little bit more on this edge.
It's beautiful, Clark. Great movie.
What movie is that?
National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation.
Oh, that is a good movie.
Is there any clear stone that is doubly refractive like moissanite but available in slabs or chunks?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Anything that's gonna be like that is still gonna be pretty expensive and probably not gonna find too many slabs. Ulexite is very, very fragile, so it would be not necessarily a great topper. Uh, yeah, you can see that edge looks so much better. I just didn't get it buffed enough.
Oh yeah.
All right, let me wash it one more time.
Oh man, my mind's like racing. It's like, okay, I grab a couple chunks of the rutilated quartz, and what else would look epic under that?
I think we got to do a hyperstein one.
Oh yes, that'd be next level.
Let me see if I
Maybe
got a
mo
hyperstein slab.
okay, maybe mookite. That might be kind of cool with that yellow and reds and that like a high dome quartz on it.
Oh yeah. It's amazing how much the stone just pops with that quartz top.
Totally. Sunstone under quartz,
Oh, that would be a great combination.
right? Ooh, I wonder if something like ruby kyanite with that would make like the UV kind of magnify too whenever you put a UV light to it.
Oh, I love all the ideas you guys got.
Duramite, oh, that's a good one too.
Oh man, that just looks so freaking good.
That is so good.
I love the little shimmer from the quartz. Right, Jeffrey?
Oh, wait, what about like cutting a quartz specimen agate and then gluing on a piece of quartz on that side, then high doming that?
Oh yeah, you could. There's so many possibilities. Oh, that would look cool, Terry. Here's a Labradorite one we did with the rutile,
Oh, that's cool. Oh, I love that purple.
and it just so happens I do in fact have a piece of or a hyperstein. So let's take this piece of rutilated quartz. It's got a really nice spray right there, and we'll stick that on there, lining up with the pattern. This is off that chunk that I did that 8-inch core out of. I was just debating about that if I thought it would look better the other direction, kind of a lattice effect. It's an interesting idea.
Ooh, that's a nice piece.
Yeah, that's a great little chunk.
Hey, Glenn. Oh, I bet a piece of Amazonite like this would look so cool.
Oh my gosh, that'd be such a cool one.
Oh,
What'd you guys do all night? We made 100 different.
I'm saying I have a super thin slice of the Amazonite for my Tarja piece. From James, could you do thinner pieces of quartz and glue them together perpendicular to each other to get a lattice effect?
Um, Probably. I've never tried
Okay.
that.
Jeff, this is some hyperstein right now, and then rutilated quartz right before. That's gonna be so cool. Let me see if I can find you here, Carrie. I'll check that picture out. Oh, that's cool. Did you do the silver work too? I like how oh, I love it. Great work. Terry had some optical quartz faceted, and then he put that on top of the opal and made doublets. Super
Oh,
cool.
that's gonna look amazing.
Yeah. Terry, are you in our Facebook group by chance? If so, I'm sure some other people would really appreciate a picture of that if you wanted to post. Good point, Kevin. I also useful to use basanite to just back thin slabs, so you could cut thinner pieces of more expensive material.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Oh, that'd be great, Terry. Thank you. And you're just kind of using the quartz as your template for how big you're cutting out the bottom piece.
Exactly.
Okay.
All right, back over to the flat lap.
I need to get into some trouble with that flat lap. Seeing you use it, I'm like, oh, I haven't even touched that thing yet.
I haven't even touched that one.
Uh-huh. Like, oh my
I didn't
goodness.
even know that was an option.
I thought that was just a big record player.
That'd be actually really sweet if we had a record player in here.
Oh, have you been to the record shop in town here?
Just once.
Okay.
I went there looking for record. Eva's loves records. She has a record player, and so I stopped in there the other day to look for a record.
I got super nostalgic. They had a cassette section, and that was like my era. Born in '79, so '80s was just all about cassettes. I used to have the one that you were supposed to be
You
able to
cut
like
out
run
again.
with. Oh, uh, how's that better?
Yep.
I was just saying, I used to have the yellow Sony Walkman. I'm sure other people had to have that. That was like such a popular cassette Walkman to have.
I remember the little CD players that you'd walk around with earbuds in all the time.
Exactly.
I loved those things as a kid. Ah, I did the
My
same thing
grandmother.
on this one.
Ah, I was just gonna say, I remember 8 tracks too. My grandmother had a car that had an 8 track player in the trunk. Tiffany's asking, can two people work the flat lap at the same time? Me and Brandon don't want to fight over it.
Oh, absolutely.
Maybe three,
I've seen 4 or 5 people stand at one of these before.
right? Okay. Oh, let me scroll up here. Zeke, this is a little bit longer. Just got the RT65. Gonna have a couple issues if the barrel wing nuts are not perfectly parallel to the circumference of the barrel lid. They will hit the roller tubing band clamps.
Are you asking if they will, or are you saying that they are?
It sounds like they're asking if it will happen.
I don't think so.
Okay. And then the cooling fan runs as soon as I plug in the machine. The only way it shuts off is to use the switch power strip. Is it supposed to run even with the barrel not, even when the barrel is not on?
Yes, that's normal because I ours does the exact same thing.
Okay. And then controller speed at 30, the rheostat, and it shuts off. What is the low speed of the controller?
I don't know what the lowest speed is, but 30 is pretty fast. Most of the time when we're running those bigger tumblers, we're running that more like closer to the 15.
Okay.
I'm gonna do the same thing where I put the pencil on there.
Good night, Kyle.
And look at that, all of our pencils gone. It's almost
Nice.
tempting to leave the quartz raw, just polish up the edges.
Right? That might be kind of cool. It is kind of a cool, like, fractured edge on that.
That's really tempting to do on this piece. A little artistic.
That's the beauty of this stuff. It's like you can just do whatever you want, whatever you like, whatever you think looks pretty.
True, there's no rules.
Yeah. Don't hurt yourself. Good night, Mike.
That's true. You can always grind it down.
Is this still the 500 grit?
Yes.
Okay.
So the bigger the barrel, the slower you want to run it on the tumbler. So like a 3 pound tumbler, if you're doing an agates, run it at like 45, 50 RPM. A 6 to 12 pound, you're gonna run at like 30. Bigger barrel, you're gonna run even slower, down to like 15.
Zeke from Glenn saying for the barrel wing nuts on the RT65, they do hit the clamps and the speed doesn't go slower than 30.
Oh, okay. I'm a little nutty on that, so I always tighten them so they're all perfectly aligned. I've never put them on there where they didn't all line up in a nice circle. Um, on that team, will you send that to John on the dial?
Got it, Zeke.
Thank you. Let's see, do the pencil test on this one too. Oh, it's a little harder to see pencil on Hyperstein.
I, I was just gonna say, it's like I bet you it's a little harder with this stuff.
Going at a 45-degree angle to the pattern will definitely make those lines show up a little bit better. Yeah, I'm not supposed to wipe it, and the first thing I did was start to wipe it. But looks like we got rid of all that pencil. All right, I'll take these over. Now this one with the Hyperstein, I definitely wish I was doing the 5-minute epoxy, but we'll still super glue this one so we can finish it.
Why would you wish you're doing the epoxy on the Hyperscene?
Because the Hyperstein is a little bit more textured, and the thicker
Ah,
epoxy will help fill those spots.
okay.
We'll wipe it down with our acetone. Alrighty. Well, that came out very gel. Like the first time was kind of watery, and that came out very gel. Not a fan of this bottle, by the way.
I know when Jordan showed me, I was like, I didn't have the brush. Right as I was finishing the brush, she's like, no. I looked like, oh. I
Because the
just,
first time I did that, it came out like water, and I was like, oh, that's not very gel-like.
and I noticed you're kind of doing like a little like wiggle with the stone on there.
Yeah, that helps push the air bubbles out. Like, and then I'll like as you feel it kind of seat, I'll press down.
Okay.
I'd gone deaf. Oh, mostly I gone quiet because I'm lost in the project.
Lost in the sauce.
Absolute like thick, pasty gel now.
Uh,
Well, for the record, if you guys are looking to buy super glue, I absolutely do not recommend this bottle.
yeah, I get the one with the brush.
I really the super I guess super glue XL gel from Gorilla. Yuck, not a fan.
Get out of here, you gorilla. You crazy. Oh, it's gonna work. It just because the brush is just a little bit more. You have a little bit more control of how much glue you're gonna use. So like we're like you got a bottle of this, you just might have to do like what he's doing right now, like a little bit of just kind of cleaning it up. It's yeah, it works the same, but it's just the brush is a little cleaner.
Well, the reason that I say I don't like this one is because of the inconsistency. Tells me it's not mixed very well.
Oh yeah.
Because the first time when I squeezed it doing the piece earlier, it came out like water. And this time it came out very paste-like. So I'm like, not mixed very well. Not a great batch.
I think Ed nailed it. You found yourself in a sticky situation.
Well, and see, and I would go like, oh, maybe it's a shake it issue, but all the other glues that we've used in here have never had that problem.
Yeah.
And so if I have to remember to shake that bottle every time, I'm gonna get a different bottle.
What blade do you like on the 6-inch saw?
Um, I like our continuous rim ultra thin blade.
Okay. Sounds good, Jerry. Have a good night. Enjoy the lapidary club meeting. That should be fun. Oh, well, I still hope you have fun. Yeah, sure. You could always maybe just put in some earbuds and put the Zoom on your phone and still like, just do
You
both. Be
both.
like, yeah, go to the meeting and be here.
That was so funny. Were you playing with a piece of malachite?
That one that chipped as I was cabbing it, I just kind of ground it down past where it chipped so I could kind of save it.
Oh, fun.
Yeah. Seeing you use all the machines, it gets me like, oh, I gotta do something.
Oh, I feel that.
No, I was just grinding it down a little bit, Ed. Oh yeah, like that stuff leaves so much green when it's on the cab machine. Doing like a hematite cab or something like that. Like looks like you cut yourself.
Let's see. Hmm. Now I'm debating if I actually like it like this or if we should dome it.
Hmm.
Because now that I'm looking at it, with the edges ground down, I'm leaning more towards the dome.
Yeah, everybody's the same dome at. Yeah, it doesn't seem like anybody's saying leave it.
Ooh, chipping off my hyper Steve. Being a little aggressive with it.
Was that because of the grit of the wheel or the like pushing too hard?
Grit and the angle which I was grinding it
Okay.
and how hard I was pushing. Let's see. I'll turn it like this way. I'm thinking we're going to go a little bit more cushiony on this one.
Lawrence said leave it. There, at least one dissenting vote. There's
That's
always
so
one in the
funny.
crowd. Thank you, Lawrence, for swimming a different direction. I love it.
Picking up.
Makes me seasick here, dude.
Right?
Oh, it's gonna be so cool.
Yeah, I'm stoked about this piece.
Yeah.
The black background in there is also really going to help the rutile show.
Yeah. That's funny. The green's even up on the felt pad.
A little bit trickier doing the dome when you're starting with a rough base. But it's the same
Yeah.
kind of thought process of, working down into having a plan of how you get it down and keep it even.
Ooh, green moss would look cool with this, with the green and then the gold reticulation.
Oh, that would look really cool.
Who out there is going to be doing a doublet or a triplet now that you saw the process? Anybody thinking about adventuring into it? Yeah, awesome, Paul. I love that. What are you going to use in your doublet? Have you given any thoughts to what you want to do? We got rocks. Nice, Tiffany. What'd you use? Yeah, definitely with labradorite would be a killer one. Nothing clear for the top. I believe we do have some totes of the some of the quartz that we've been using tonight, and all this was just basically picked up off the top of it. That'd be cool, Paul. Decro glass and banded quartz. That's cool.
A
Oh, okay,
doublet
Joseph.
is
Yeah.
where you put two stones together like this, where you see it's a layer. And a triplet would be if you had a third stone in the stack.
Ooh, Michael has some crystal clear rose and lavender quartz. That'd be cool. Ooh, like the lavender over some Picasso marble where it has a lot of the white and black in it, so the white kind of has a purple hue to it. Oh, I like that, Kenneth. I think I'm gonna try it with my some of my mystery barrel white plumes.
I like this very cushiony, rounded square.
Yeah, that's cool. Looks like a piece of candy.
It'll look even more like candy when we get it polished.
Oh, I'm excited.
See, this one I feel like would look so good as a cuff.
Oh, that would be a killer, especially with like that high dome like that. It's perfect for a cuff. Yeah, we had kind of mentioned that earlier. Somebody had mentioned it too, like a faceted quartz over opal. How that'd be super cool. That's cool, Carl. I bet you that look really great with the Cooper PD opal.
This is a much harder cut to do because of the still very highly rounded on the edges there. So to get that nice consistent polish around there definitely requires a lot of rolling it around and hitting different angles to not leave little flat spots.
Yeah. Hey, team, is there a way of watching this post event for Kathy here just getting in?
Yeah, Cody, we will be posting this one by next week by Monday. So this one
Okay,
will
there
be
you go.
edited and posted in our YouTube channel. Let me send the link
Perfect.
here.
There you go. There you go, Kathy. Catch up by Monday.
You got a nice little cut right there. Like that hurts.
Eh. Ooh, Michael, I may try some rose quartz over Java lace that doesn't have much color. That could be cool. Ooh, some dead camel, a dead camel doublet. That'd be cool,
There's just so many endless possibilities of cool things that you can try with this.
right? Crazy lace. Oh yeah, my mind's going to racing right now. That'd be cool, John.
I'm really excited to see all the things you guys make when you start trying this. You got to
Yeah,
remember to post up in the Facebook group.
yeah, definitely. That's like my usually my morning routine. I get up and as I'm having my first coffee, watching my news and everything like that, I jump on the Facebook group, check everything.
You check the news.
I do.
And on that note, guys, maybe they can also share at our fifth show and tell. So they can send up to 5 materials to events at hplapidary.com. So that can either be one video and 4 photos or 5 photos in total. They can label each file with what's being shown in the images, and everyone will have at least 5 minutes to showcase their workspaces, setups, Highland Park machines, and other rock projects that you're working on. So you can unmute to share during the event, or you can also send us a short description, and our team will read that one for you. So see you guys on our fifth show and tell on July 30th.
Thank you, Marvin. Oh yeah, this is gonna be cool.
It's really kind of a hard cut. I'm excited how it's going to turn out. I think this one's going to be my favorite stone tonight.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. It's like I can see it in my head already. It's gonna be so cool.
Right? You do envision what the finished product is going to look like long before you get there.
Right? Yeah. This
This
is a
is a
doublet.
doublet.
A rutilated quartz top and then a hyperstein bottom. Oh,
That's why I was cutting out of the middle of the slab, is because I wanted that big, shiny spot right there.
yes, I love that. Oh, gold sheen obsidian done like this.
Oh, that's going to look great. That's one of the ones I debated about earlier.
Right? Oh, gold sheen with like a little thicker reticulation so you can really see it.
I think gold sheen just with a clear quartz cap on it would look amazing.
Would look amazing. Oh, Ed, you're the hardest critic. And Joseph too. Oh boy. I think you guys are fibbing. I know you can tell how cool it is. That's fair, Paul. I can see why you wouldn't like some people wouldn't like the reticulated over just clear. Oh, I love that gold sheen. Yeah. I wanted that was like one of the things I wanted to make an intarsia piece with when I was still in California. And my next intarsia piece, I'm going to use some. So I'm like, I'm finally getting to use gold sheen. I'm so excited.
That's so funny.
I moved out from the little town called Anza, and it was in the mountains above Temecula and Palm Springs, down by San Diego, if you're familiar. but I've lived all over California, in the West Coast actually. It was so funny. One of the event kind of people helps with the events, Josh, he went on a trip to LA for a week or two, and he came back, and right before he was leaving, he's like, "Oh man, I experienced some of that LA traffic," and I just started laughing. I'm like, "It's crazy, right?" He's like, "Yeah, like I sat in the same spot for like 2 hours." Like, yeah, it's insane.
Oh, that's crazy.
I did know Lisa from Temecula.
What a small world.
Yeah, yeah, that's funny. I spent 8 hours getting from LAX to Victorville, and then I think if there was no traffic, that's 45-minute drive. Maybe oh no, LA Victorville, like maybe a 2 hour drive. Oh, I know, Sarah. I love that skit. I've seen every episode of Saturday Night Live. Absolutely. Ego Nodum, all right, did that one.
What's crazy is how good these two stones are. That even dry,
Yeah,
you can see the rutile and you can see the hyperstein.
and that's after what grit?
That's 600.
Wow, that's a testament to those two stones. Oh yeah. There's been times where I've had to go from Orange County to Riverside County. Typically, it would have been a 45-minute drive, but just the time of the. Oh, we're using super glue on this one. We use a super glue gel, the Gorilla Glue gel, but we definitely recommend the jar with the brush if you could find it. Yeah, there'd be times I had to make that drive, and I knew if I was making that drive at like 4:30 to 8 o'clock, it was going to take me like 4 hours. It's like I'm just going to sit in Orange County and have dinner, go meet up with a friend or something, and just wait till like 8 o'clock at night to just take 45 minutes to make that drive. Absolutely, that's absolutely something you could do. You could totally, well, basically, like item in a targe is almost kind of a doublet because you have the backer stone, and then you make your design on top of it. And then if you're to do that piece of intarsia and then put a clear quartz on top of it, that'd be killer. That'd really bring it out.
I love the
Oh,
way that if you start here and roll it back and forth, the silver flash.
I gotta think my favorite part of California. I've lived everywhere north to south in California. I think Northern California, up in the redwood trees, was probably my favorite.
Mm. The redwoods are so cool.
So cool.
It's just amazing how massively large they really are.
Yeah. Oh yeah. And they had like the actual trees you could like drive through, you know what I mean? Your car through it. There was this really cool like little niche store that my dad sold his redwood carvings at, and it was a trunk of a redwood tree that they had hollowed out and put a roof on.
Oh, that's really cool.
Let's get out of here, Sharon. Garberville right here. Garberville, Redway, and Miranda. That's where I lived up there. I lived did a little time out in Eureka and uh never went up Fortuna. I got my GT bike in Fortuna. Oh, that's terrible. I hate wildfires. That's one bad thing about California. So many dang fires. Hey, team, could you post a link to the Facebook group for Terry?
You just post it in the Rough Rock group, Terry.
The Trinity River. That's cool, John.
I'm
Yeah,
in
like
love
where
with
I
this
live.
piece.
Oh, this piece is gonna be so good. I was like in Anza. I was right between Camp Pendleton and then the I'm drawing a blank of the Air Force Base, but it was so cool because they would always take their jets and fly it over us, and we lived in this big mountain valley, and the jets would always like to come in and do like a big swoop and then hit like a ultrasonic boom against the mountain and then take off. It's north of like Temecula. It's like, oh man, it's like right on the tip of my tongue. But I know that they'd always would like fly the Marines from there and back and forth, so you'd always would just get like a cut of like really cool like airplanes and stuff flying overhead. Airplanes, helicopters, all the fun stuff. Palomar, thank you. Okay. I know I was like talking to one of the people in the shipping today. We're talking about the heat. I looked up like, oh yeah, let's see how hot it is where I came from. And it was like I think 115 today. Like, oh my gosh, that's crazy.
Oh, only 115 today. Yeah, we have more Howard Islands.
I know when I was talking to Tay earlier, I was like, yeah, well, I'm gonna do a shaping machine for one of the Solid Shine shows on Tuesday. And she's like, oh, can you do a Howardite hexagon for me? I'm like, yes, of course, I'd love to. Right? Isn't that Picasso's great, right, Lynn? Oh yeah, Kern County gets hot. Lynn, what did you do with the Picasso marble? Did you make a cab with it? It has great kind of like striations and lines work in it to make killer cabs. Did a cab, cool.
Yeah, that is
Yeah, you
amazing materials.
made, yeah. I used to go up to Kern County all the time to go take my friend's boat up to the Snake River. I'm so excited to see this one done. Oh man. Oh, Any tanzanite?
Not at the moment.
Okay.
We had a bunch for a while, but we sold it all. Yes, Jeffrey. Not as bad as Rutilated, but yes. It definitely will get a frosted look to it where it won't look as shiny or the color won't pop as well.
Okay. Are you guys talking about Black's Beach in San Diego?
I got to grade some out. I know we have some. I just don't have any graded out for y'all tonight. I think we'll probably show some Saturday.
Ooh, fun. Any tricks getting the second small pump into the Everclean standalone tank, main pump bracket in the way?
I usually just tilt them on there pretty close on their side. I'm trying to think of how I would finish that. Usually I take it on that side, kind of set it in, and then they pop in pretty easy.
What grid are you on now? Or what grid is the blue
Eight
grid? The blue.
8,000 grit.
You
No,
know,
gold sheen is very directional. You have to cut parallel to the gold flash to get the gold flash.
and then Stuart's follow-up question about the Everclean. The one works fine, the other won't go, the pumps.
I'll have to look at what you're talking about.
And then no, he
'Cause it
didn't
should,
polish. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
because it should just slide in.
And then he didn't polish the pieces. What was the grit that you did sand the flat two sides before you glued it?
500 grit.
500. Okay, so it had a 500 grit finish before gluing it. And Stuart said the middle bracket gets in the way. Of course, Brenda. Wow, I can already see it flashing as you're turning it, cabbing it.
Yeah, this watching this piece as I work it is incredible. Seeing all the
Yeah,
flashes and retile that streaks around.
this could be a 10-star cab right here. Oh man, so cool. picked the perfect piece of hyperstain too. Oh my goodness. What are you folks thinking? How the progression of this is coming along? Pretty epic, right?
I'm pretty happy with it. Thank you.
I'm hoping it's inspired some people as much as inspired me. I'm already thinking like a gold sheen. I need to make a gold sheen one in my future.
Oh yeah, definitely do.
Uh-huh. Maybe even an Tarja one. I think an Tarja one's kind of on my mind now. Need to pull out that little three-dimensional Tarja piece I wanted to make and do it with that, I'm thinking.
Ours just 8,000 grit. Just well, it's wobbling. I didn't pass the quality check, but I couldn't bear to throw it out, and I was like, it doesn't really bother me.
Yeah, it's not terrible. It works just fine. Night, Lawrence.
Well, I checked the wheel, but
What would make the wheel wobble like that?
just the way it wasn't perfectly aligned when it was made.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that was a great idea.
That'd be cool.
All right, let's do our leather and cerium because I am stoked about this piece.
I'm so excited to see this one.
Oh,
Man, this wet belt sander puts such a good polish on stuff.
I'm so freaking excited about this piece.
Yeah. Now this one, unlike the opal, you don't have to worry as much about the heat, except for maybe the glue or
Yeah, I'm not worried about the heat on this one. I'll let it get a
okay.
little bit warmer. I'm not gonna let it get hot, but definitely let it get warmer. This is the end plate on the wet belt sander. It's a leather wheel with cerium oxide on it.
Man, it's art. You can just see the flash from this far away without the camera like focused even on it.
Yeah, the doming was definitely the way to go on this. I think this more rounded cushion cut dome also was really helped with the way the stone looks.
Yeah, this is killer. Is it true that when the wet turns to dry is the moment you're really polishing? Heard that years ago from a Raytech rep.
Um, Close. What you want is you don't want the wheel soaked so that you got cerium dripping off, but you don't want it so dry. Like, see, that's where you can see the cerium building up like that. That's too wet. What you want is it should feel like the wheel is trying to pull the stone out of your hand, but not so much so that you can't hold on to it. And not so wet that you're having cerium like pool off the wheel like that, but not so dry that you're making dust.
And how often do you have to like reapply the cerium to the wheel?
This one probably should be done like maybe once a month
Okay.
at the rate we're using it. And mostly over just finishing cabs on it.
And
Couple a
yeah,
day.
so once a month for heavy use.
I wouldn't even say we use this heavy use.
Okay.
You know, when I was doing it at my shop, sometimes I do it every couple of
Oh
days.
yeah. Oh,
I'm
that's
gonna go wash
great.
this one.
Oh, how excited. You guys excited to see the finished product? I know I am. Oh, this is gonna be my favorite one, I'm thinking. I don't know, that Thulite was pretty cool too. I could just see that as a bolo, I think, is why I love that one.
I'll see where that one is a bolo. This can be your cuff,
Ah, perfect. I'm ready to go out on the town.
right? All decked out.
I love it.
Honestly, this is one of my favorite. This is probably my favorite cab I made this year.
How long did you have your shop?
So I grew up in a rock shop. So I started in my dad's shop when I was 6 years old. And I did that until I was 18. When I turned 18, I started real estate and I took a little break from the rocks. And maybe when I was about 20, I started getting back into the rocks a lot and started building my shop and selling stones. And I did
Now,
that till I was 23. And then John hired me.
and then what do you think is better for removing the powder from all the pits or cracks in the rocks, a textile gun or ultrasonic cleaner?
Textile gun.
Okay, I've never used the textile yet. I've used the ultrasonic doing that. And what'd you use to wash it with? Just soap and water?
I didn't even use soap. I just rinsed it off.
All right. Oh, that's too much. Little Gotti.
Little Gotti.
I love it. Uh, yeah. The articulation just looks so good with that.
That is crazy good.
Almost like a foil backing, totally. Oh, James got it right. Maybe a new ring. I don't know though. After you said like a cuff bracelet, I could see it as a cuff though.
Yeah, to me, this one screams cuff. Like, if I was gonna do this one, I'd set it
Yeah.
like that.
And with a high dome, like you'll be able to like enjoy it from different angles, and then as you're moving your hand around, catch that flash. People will be like, "Oh, what's that on your bracelet? Let me see that." You're gonna hypnotize Stuart moving it like that.
I'm hypnotizing myself moving it like that.
The
We appreciate y'all. As always, it's so great to hang out with you guys. Cut Pretty Rocks. I had a
best.
great night making those doublets. Gosh, like
That's
cutting
so
that
cool.
hyperstein is like healing for the soul. It's like,
Yeah,
you
right.
just feel better. Awesome. Well, thanks, y'all. We appreciate you guys, and we'll see you tomorrow night. Thanks, y'all.